I'm a retired professor, and this article's been getting a lot of buzz. It's about a retired Princeton professor, goes to NYU, teaches organic chemistry, and gets fired. I'm retired from Duke, not Princeton. I'm a geophysicist, not a chemist, but my wife's a chemist, and I'm gonna read between the lines. One, organic chemistry is hard. It's supposed to be hard. It's a weed-out class for medical school, also for chemistry students. And weed-out classes are good because do you want a dumb doctor? No, you want a smart one, and it doesn't matter if your doctor doesn't use a shred of organic chemistry in her or his practice. You want your doctor to be a good scientist, and that's what the process of taking classes like organic chemistry is about, training your doctor to be a good scientist. 2, he got fired not because he was teaching too hard a class. He got fired because tens of students who expected the class to be hard, they knew it was a weed-out class, signed a petition. That's a red flag. He must have been doing a terrible job, so let's look at why. And the obvious reason is that he's 80-something years old. When you're that age, the odds of you being able to connect to 20-year-olds or lecture, it takes a lot of energy to lecture in front of a class and do it effectively are next to zero. Dollars to donuts, the professor was doing a bad job in an essential weed-out class. That's why he got fired. But why was he hired? Because NYU is not a top-tier university, but it wants the look of prestige. That obsessive search for prestige goes back to NYU's past president, John Sexton, a strange fellow who always sought the trappings of prestige without its substance. So NYU found a retired Princeton professor and they went, yippee, we can put him on our masthead. We can have him teach organic chemistry, even though he's probably too old to teach. Yeah, it might make the students miserable, but it'll make us look good. They shouldn't have hired him in the first place. They certainly should have retired him when he turned 80. They didn't do it because they were obsessed with the trappings of prestige. And students suffered. And if you're a high school senior, don't go to NYU unless you want to major in the arts.